What's up, y'all? It's your boy King Churro. It is June 17th, Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. It's about 6:53 in the morning. My wife and my mother-in-law just left the house. So I have a few minutes to talk how I want to talk, express what I want to express. Lately, I've been trying to post no kings type videos. No King's Day, right? It happened on June 14th nationwide. For some reason, y'all thought y'all did something. I don't know. Had the discussion yesterday with my Legion son, my boy named Taj. Says he was at the Palm Springs No King's Day protest. And I said, all right, well, tell me why you were there and what did you believe in? What do you believe you were there for? And he says, well, Trump is a dictator. And he says that Trump was using the military to go after people. I'm like, do you mean to tell me that what do you mean he went after? Anyway, I won't talk much into it. I want to show you all the video that I had made. And all right, fuck it. No King's Day, y'all. Listen, go out there.
Hey, bro, let's go hit the streets.
Protest.
Burn some shit down. Let them know we ain't scared. Wait, riot? For what? Bro, ICE is over here deporting people and you're worried about logic? No, I'm worried about people who are actually struggling. Most of these businesses you're about to tear up are barely making it. All you're going to do is put more people out of work. Bro, you sound like a coconut. Nah, I'm just not addicted to victimhood. Being brown doesn't mean being blind. All right, Mr. Politics, let's at least roll up with the Mexican flag and let them know where we're from. So let me get this straight. You're waving a flag of a country you or your parents risked everything to leave just to shit on the one that gave you a shot? Bro, we got to do something. Yeah, how about you vote, build, start a business, raise your kids right? Start putting effort into building this place up instead of trying to tear it down. Why are you still here if you hate it so much? I got 3 baby mamas here. There's cartel back home. So you like that it's safer here, but you want to act like it's all trash. You want to burn the flag, but you still file your taxes, and you want to hit up Costco every weekend. I like the pizza.
So how do you feel about the riots and stuff in LA? Being a Chicano here in California, how do you feel about that?
To me, it's stupid as shit. There's a protest is a protest. If you go out, you start looting, you start f***ing other people's shit up, you're harming other people that's trying to better the community. If you go out there, there's a protest, voice your opinion. Breaking, throwing rocks at cop cars, f***ing up the center dividers, all that stuff. You know we gotta pay for that shit. You wanna help out all these illegals and everything? Go to school, get a good job, get a good education, you know, all that stuff, and help a way it's supposed to. ICE is ICE. If you're illegal, you're illegal. ICE is ICE. They're coming because of that. Then people don't like that. Families get separated. But at the same time, you took that chance coming over here.
Right.
You knew what it was. Same thing as all the fools in the neighborhood doing their shit. They know there's a chance of getting locked up.
Right.
It It is what it is.
Let's wave the flag of the country we don't want to live in the country we do want to live in. Viva Mexico! You're going back to Mexico. Please don't send me back there. Wait a minute, shouldn't we be waving the American flag if we want them to let us stay? Down with America! Viva Mexico! Okay, sir, we'll book your one-way flight to Mexico right now. Wait, I was just kidding. I love McDonald's. I have Taco Bell receipts. God bless the USA. It's about staying here. Would that be all right?
Are you serious? No. You broke in and you're literally destroying my home.
Viva Mexico! You're going back to Mexico? No. Please don't send me back there.
No King's Day protest. Are y'all dead ass blaming Donald Trump for being born? Donald Trump's birthday has been June 14th, all 79 years of his life. It just so happened that the Army's 250th anniversary is on the same day. We have the strongest military in the world. Americans, where is your pride? Why wouldn't we show off our strength a little bit? We can step on anybody. But Donald Trump's wasting money. Joe Biden spent $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq. Stop acting like y'all give a fuck, you don't. Donald Trump spending $20 million on Americans. I'm sorry, you know what happens when that patriotism builds up? Look at the difference in how they allocated those funds. Joe Biden gave funds to illegals. Donald Trump took those same funds and gave them to veterans. How are y'all not convinced that Donald Trump is for the American people? Instead of hating on your country, why don't you celebrate with your goddamn country for once? Keep it up, Donald Trump, and happy birthday to you as well. Hopefully this parade goes well.
If Trump was really acting like a king, don't you think he would force social media companies into censoring everybody who didn't agree with him or ban people from protesting against him, just like Democrats did, just like Biden did? Don't you remember that Biden forced social media companies like Facebook to censor conservatives? Or how Gavin Newsom refused to allow churches to gather while allowing BLM to cost billions of dollars in damages? Or while he forced businesses to shut down but kept his open? That sounds a lot more like a tyrant or like a king. But I'm glad people are practicing their First Amendment right and protesting. As long as they're not getting violent.
Jesus is the king. Trump is our president. Jesus is king. Trump is our president. Jesus is king. And Trump is our president. Jesus is
facts.
king.
But what are you really opposed to?
So we do have a king. And his name is Lord Jesus Christ. That's who our king is.
I have so many Hispanic haters down my DM calling me names, saying I have no heart, I'm not empathetic.
Listen to this one.
First of all, I voted for that. But second of all, I want to clarify something. I want to take you guys back to 2017 when President Trump offered DACA a pathway to citizenship on 3 separate occasions. Okay? All he said was, give me money for my border wall and more border security. And I'll include a pathway for over 1.2 million people, contingent that they do have a criminal record, have jobs, etc. Democrats, under the leadership of Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House, denied it on 3 separate occasions. And you want me to feel bad? See, every other racial or ethnicity in this country, whether it's Jewish Americans, whether it's smart ones, right? Because we have a lot of retarded ones, whether it's the Syrian people, President Trump was open to meeting with everybody this last election cycle, and he did. Libertarians, the MAHA people in Kennedy's camp, the Cuban Americans, they all got things done in Washington, D.C. You're telling me Mexican Americans and Hispanics that want amnesty or some sort of pathway to citizenship aren't able to organize rally and meet with President Trump before the election? Why don't you guys do that? Oh, because you can't organize and you can't get shit done. All you can do is cry racism when shit goes bad, like it's happening right now. Yeah, that's why I don't feel bad.
You forgot to add the fact that they broke through a police barrier, and some of them, while all of them were arrested for unlawful demonstration and crossing a police line, some of them were actually also charged with assault on a police officer and resisting arrest. That doesn't sound very peaceful to me. Clearly you guys struggle with it.
That one was, they're talking about some U.S. veterans were arrested by Capitol Police, but because they had broken through the barrier and, instead of saying where they should have, they broke, whatever.
But when you break the law, there are consequences. But when facts are not on your side, all you can do is present a narrative from an emotional standpoint so you can manipulate. And then, of course, whenever you present it from an emotional standpoint and not logical, you get your views, your likes, your shares, all that engagement that you're getting paid off of. I wonder if you guys would still put forth all this effort of propaganda if y'all weren't making money off of it.
No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they call it? No king?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, I'm not going to get this. A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, fellas, you got to pull this off, and after years we get it done. No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all. Thank you very much.
June 15th, and there's still no kings in America. What exactly did the left get accomplished yesterday? I mean, they had to have spent a shit ton of money to put on all those events. Did they solve childhood hunger in the United States? Did they pay to make sure that there were no veterans that slept on the street last night? Like, go ahead, tell me, what did you accomplish? Did you solve homelessness in the United States? Because all your little influencers are acting like you have this huge victory, like you made some huge point. Next, we should put on a no unicorns in the United States event. And then the next day celebrate that there's still no unicorns in the United States. Giving Donald Trump shit saying he was spending money on a pointless parade. What exactly did you just do? I would love to know what you think you accomplished down in the comments. We made a point. Okay, made a point that there's no kings in this country? No shit. We celebrate that victory on July 4th. You know, Independence Day from the king that we had in England. Did you guys forget about that? Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and this is just for entertainment.
I would dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain.
So I was trying to post a video on YouTube, the USMC edition, but YouTube wouldn't let me post it for some reason. Anyway, my message at the end was, if you're going to go protest, be safe. Somehow in downtown Riverside, y'all were protesting it into the evening, and then shit got not so safe. But my message was, if it's not going to be safe, if people are going to start some shit, go home. You know, it's not worth losing your life over. And then this happens.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. You're so stupid, bro.
Joy Churro, thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day, because tomorrow is never promised. And again, if you're going to be out there protesting, be safe. Peace out, Joe.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left, up or down, right or wrong. At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision. Make moves, set the goal. Stop making excuses, man. And if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck. Stop guessing. Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another. All right.
So yeah, I tried uploading that video, and literally I started uploading maybe like around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it only said it would take like 5 minutes, 6 minutes to upload. And then I look back, and then about around, I want to say around 8 o'clock at night, it's still uploading. Fuck it, left it on the charger too. Played PlayStation with my cousin and his friends, and went to bed about midnight. It's still uploading. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Kept it on charger, went to bed, woke up the next morning, it's still uploading. So I don't know what's what in the butt, but it just kind of pisses me off, like, why can't I just upload a video and that'd be it? But anyway.
Protest. But you should also know who's behind the protest. Like this one going on today, for example. Massive amount of money was poured into it, and many people think that it was just a grassroots operation. If you look at the protest flyers or go on their website, it's called Indivisible. You scroll to the bottom, you'll see that it's funded by a 501c4 group. Now, what is that? It's literally categorized as dark money. Now, dark money is dark money because they're not regulated. Any entity can pour any amount of money in there, and they're not obligated to disclose that, even if it's to influence elections. They bring in millions of dollars a year, but we don't actually know who funds them. However, this does seem to be the work of George Soros and Reid Hoffman, 2 billionaires, and also the heiress behind the Walmart brand, which I posted a video about earlier in the week. Just follow the money, guys. Follow the money.
If you're gonna go protest, be safe. Somehow in downtown Riverside, y'all were protesting it into the evening, and then shit got not so safe. But my message was, if it's not gonna be safe, if people are gonna start some shit, go home. It's just not worth losing your life over. And then this happens.
su hermana. Oh my God.
I'm in front of downtown experience.
This is America.
Don't catch you slipping. Don't catch you slipping.
Well, we just left the hospital and spoke to the victim's friends. They say she is 21-year-old Alexa Carrasco, and she's currently in a medically induced coma. This while police are actively searching for the driver they say ran her over while she was peacefully protesting here in Riverside. And there were so many people here, you guys, that someone actually captured the moment that she got ran over. Take a look and listen. Yeah.
All wrong, all wrong, all wrong.
Carrasco's friends say she was out here with them and her sister, as you just heard, taking part in a No Kings protest. It happened along University Avenue near Orange Street. They say it was peaceful all day. Until someone in that black car started provoking the crowd, then made an illegal U-turn and hit her.
So let's be honest. You kids were being provoked. You were being taunted. And then you do this. If there's anyone to blame, it's those guys. Don't blame the driver. I mean, yes, the driver shouldn't have ran over anyone, but also there shouldn't have been anyone in the street, right? The roadway is for the cars. The sidewalk is for you guys to walk, right? But then you got these hoodlums and a young woman was struck by the car. She's the victim because of these two hoodlums.
It all happened so fast, they told me that they didn't even realize she was hurt until they saw the ambulance rushing in.
It was just a 21-year-old girl protesting for their family, for human basic rights. She had no intention to be evil, and just for you to do that, just so you know, justice is going to be there for you. They're going to come to get you.
Just seeing her like this is terrible. I mean, she's the most liveliest, talkative, most amazing person, you know. So just seeing this, and like we were just celebrating her 21st birthday, like this is really hard to see her like this.
And this is a picture her friends shared with us of her, and they say her injuries are severe. She's currently undergoing a second surgery right now. They say it's about 4 hours long. Her injuries include a cracked rib, a punctured lung, broken leg, and severe skull injuries as well. And again, they say they just celebrated her 21st birthday last month. Now, as far as this driver, police did not give a description of who they're looking for. But on the positive side of this investigation, because it's happened in such a visible place here, lots of stores, lots of buildings that have cameras, they tell me they have very good security camera video of the incident and the driver's plates as well. So they're going on leads right now, trying to track that person down, but they're asking if anyone has any additional information to give them a call. Reporting live in Riverside, Lauren Posen, KCAL News.
I have some additional information. If you're going to paint a picture, paint it right. If you're going to tell a story, tell it right. Evidence is there. right? At the end of the day, that was June 14th, no King's Day. Totally negating the fact that it was Flag Day and the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. At the end of the day, on June 15th, what did you accomplish? Nothing. And the media wants to spin this shit like it was that guy and it was the guy, the driver's fault. Yes, the driver should not have ran over anyone. But all that protesting, y'all were in the streets, y'all were blocking traffic. One guy, supposedly the guy in the black car was provoking you guys, was taunting you guys, and you decided that that's what you're gonna do. So instead of him sitting there and y'all hitting his car because for some dumb reason y'all can't get over your feelings, he got you in your feels. He little boy, he hit you in your punani, right? Little putos.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Your
had
pussy
to hit his
hurt?
car, and guess what? He did what he had to do, or she, whatever that person was in that car.
Yeah, y'all don't give a fuck.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, the two guys that were causing damage, y'all ain't looking for him. Law enforcement not looking for him. No, you're looking for the guy who ran over the girl. If you're going to paint the picture, paint it right. If you're going to go after one person, you should go after the other people that provoked that too. Right? It's your boy King Churro. Thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day because tomorrow is never promised. To Alexa Carrasco, I hope you get better. I hope you get well. I hope you survive everything you've gone through, and I wish nothing but the best for you. I'm not going to sit here and say I hope you learned a lesson, because at the end of the day, I don't think you intended to be in front of that vehicle. But to everybody else that was there, to everybody else talking about, oh, you're going to get your justice. Hey, you know what? Hey, why weren't you there to pull her out of the situation? Why weren't you a man who said, hey, I got your back, and pulled her out the way before she got hit? Or, I don't know, maybe keep her on the sidewalk. Why the fuck were you guys in the middle of the road in the first place? That's all I'm going to say. Peace out, y'all.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left.
Up or down, right or wrong.
At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision.
Make moves, set the goal.
Stop making excuses, man. And if
When
it
it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck.
Stop guessing.
Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another.
All right.
Or you could be like some people, just marry an American citizen, right? You know what I'm talking about. Look, just showed you the two videos that I'm having a hard time uploading onto YouTube. But the message is simple, right? Prior to the No King's Day protests, right? America still had no king. Did you know that upon the founding of America in 1776, The reason why George Washington was the first president of the United States is because he did not want to be the king of the United States. They wanted to make George Washington the king. And he says, well, we just fought to not be under rule of a kingdom. And that's the reason why you had the first president. And at the time, there were no term limits. Eventually, sometimes I forgot when it was down the line, they decided, all right, we're going to give you 2 terms, 8 years. So there. Guys, Trump is in office for another, we'll see, he got 2024, so up until 2028, guys. And that's it. He can't run anymore. He already had 1 term. You wouldn't give it to him the second term, right? You guys voted Biden in, supposedly. Fine. Now he has a second term. Yeah, you guys are acting like he's going to stick around forever. He's 79 years old. Just like Biden, he's getting old. Except Biden's a lot older. Anyway. Just let it fucking happen, guys. Why do you want to fucking do what? Why? What's the purpose? And here's my thing too, because a lot of these fucking Democrat, well, a lot of politicians in general, right? Congress and senators, they don't have a fucking term limit, and I think they need a term limit. It's just a bunch of old people, like at the Legion, at the American Legion. We got a bunch of old guys, and eventually they're all gonna want to die out. They're all dying out, right? There's a guy named Charles who's been giving everybody shit since I've been there. Maybe even long before that. But since I've been there, since last year, I've been watching this guy give everybody shit. Everybody. He's just talking shit to everybody. I don't even know what his deal is. It's not real shit. Like it's nothing legit. You know what I mean? There's nothing legit that he's saying. But he told me himself, he's at the last meeting we had, oh, we got to keep this alive for y'all because us old guys are dying out. And I looked at him like, yep, y'all are dying out. Y'all are dying out. So we need to come in here and try to figure some things out to make this happen for the rest of the generations. And he looked at me like, man, you ain't got to look at me with a big old smile talking about we dying out. I'm like, well, you guys are dying out. You guys are dying out. And what have you done to bring in younger veterans, to attract younger veterans? Because as far as I'm concerned, when we can't do fundraisers like raffles, 50-50s, we can't do, the traditional shit that we used to do, we can't do it to raise money. We can't do it no more. And I can't blame him because I'm not supposed to blame him. He's supposed to say anonymous because he sent an anonymous letter to powers that be. I'm not supposed to blame him. So I'm not blaming him on this video. But it's weird that we can't do fundraisers and all that. At the same time, he's not showing up. So I don't know. It's a coincidence, I guess. Bottom line for me is politicians are old. Mitch McConnell, old, needs to go. Pelosi, old, gotta go. Right? Let the fucking new politicians come in. That's all I'm trying to say. And there's times are changing. Times are changing. I heard one interview, what's his name? Chuck Schumer talking about technology and social media. And I'm like, you can't take credit for social media when you don't do your own social media. It doesn't make sense. You can't take credit for that shit. Give credit to the people who actually do your social media for you. In that sense, also, y'all need to get the fuck out of office. Go retire somewhere. You know? Be nice too if Congress and senators and so on and so forth can be nice if y'all can get paid the median income in your state. So whether it's, you know, 60,000 a year or whatever. Got people right outside my window talking. Yeah, but anyway. Talking to my boy Taj. We call him my son. He looks just like me. Kinda. Anyway. He was trying to tell us because he was at the Palm Springs No Kings protest with his mom. And I said, "What do you believe in, Taj? Stand firm with what you believe in, but what do you believe in? Why were you there?" Well, Trump is a dictator. What do you tell me? He said Trump used the military to go after people. I'm like, that's not true. Trump, and I was like, do you mean the Marine Corps? The Marine Corps were standing in front of the federal buildings, protecting federal buildings. National Guard were also protecting. But then I guess they started assisting the LAPD. The LAPD was overwhelmed. So if the Marine Corps has to stand there and solidarity, and stand there in front of federal buildings to protect federal buildings, and people are spitting at them, throwing slurs and whatever, like talking shit to them, but they're not moving, they're not beating anyone's ass. What's the point of protesting that they were there? And he's like, well, then he started pointing out all kinds of other shit. I'm just like, my thing is, if you guys really care about immigration that much, open your doors. Like, reason why I will never open my doors, because I'm not over here trying to tell, don't deport the people that are not supposed to be here. If you really care about illegal immigration, open your doors. There's a lot of y'all, especially out here, Ranch Mirage, the 2 in Cat City, the 1 in Palm Springs. I bet none of y'all open your doors to illegal immigrants. House them. House the illegal immigrants. Do something to impact the life of an illegal immigrant. Tell you what, we're living in the Coachella Valley, and there have been illegal immigrants here even way before Biden was in office. There's a lot of illegal immigrants. But you only give a shit now because Trump is in office. You never give a shit before. But now you give a shit because Trump's in office. Makes sense. Anyway, thank you for watching. 38 minutes. I gotta go do some house chores and stuff. But yeah. Those are the 2 videos I was having a hard time uploading. You just watched them. Thank you for watching. It's your boy King Churro. Love y'all. And I might just end up doing lives instead of making videos. I don't know. We'll see. Peace out, y'all.